You're probably wondering how I, Thor, wait, that's not me. Nope, still not me. Seriously, guys, come on. I'm Thor, Thunder God, kind of a big deal. There we go, that's me. Back to what I was saying. You're probably wondering how I acquired this beauty, Mjolnir, my hammer. Buckle up, kiddos, you're in for a hell of a ride. It all started one day when Loki, my trickster brother, found himself in an especially mischievous mood and cut off the gorgeous golden hair of Sif, my wife. Wow, thanks, Loki, you're so hilarious. When I found out, I was enraged. Man, they should have called me the Hulk, am I right? And I seized Loki and threatened to break every bone in his body. Loki pleaded with me to let him go to Svartalfheim, the cavernous home of the dwarves, and see if those master craftspeople could fashion a new head of hair for Sif. This one even more beautiful than the original. I allowed this, and off Loki went. There he was able to obtain what he desired. The sons of the dwarf Ivaldi forged not only a new head of hair for Sif, but also 2 other marvels. Skidbladnir, the best of all ships, which always has a favorable wind and can be folded up and put into one's pocket, and Gungnir, the deadliest of all spears. Having accomplished his task, Loki was overcome by an urge to remain in the caves of the dwarves and revel in more recklessness, as he usually does. He approached the brothers Broker and Sindri and taunted them, saying that he was sure the brothers could never forge 3 new creations equal to those the sons of Ivaldi had fashioned. In fact, he even bet his head on their lack of ability. Overinflated ego much? Broker and Sindri, however, accepted the wager. As they worked, a fly, who of course was none other than Loki in disguise, stung Sindri's hand. When the dwarf pulled his creation out of the fire, it was a living boar with golden hair. The Goldenbursty, which means golden bristled, who gave off light in the dark and could run better than any horse even through water or air. Sindri then set another piece of gold on the fire as Broker worked the bellows. The fly bit Broker on the neck, and Sindri drew out a magnificent ring, Draupnir. From this ring, every 9th night fall 8 new golden rings of equal weight. Sindri then put iron on the hearth and told Broker that, for this next working, they must be especially meticulous, for a mistake would be more costly than with the previous 2 projects. Loki immediately stung Broker's eyelid, and the blood blocked the dwarf's eye, preventing him from properly seeing his work. Man, his face must have been an eyesore. Sindri produced a hammer of unsurpassed quality which never missed its mark and would boomerang back to its owner after being thrown. But it had one flaw. The handle was short. But hey, size doesn't matter. Sindri lamented that this had almost ruined the piece. Nevertheless, sure of the great worth of their treasures, Sindri and Broker made their way to Asgard to claim the wages that were due to them. Loki made it to the halls of the gods before the dwarves and presented the marvels he had acquired. To me, he gave Sif's new hair and the hammer. To Odin, the ring Draupnir and the spear Gungnir. And Freyr was the happy recipient of Skidbladnir and Goldenbursty. As grateful as we were to receive these gifts, especially my hammer, which we foresaw would be of inestimable help in our battles against the giants, we nevertheless concluded that Loki still owed the dwarves his head. When the dwarves approached Loki with knives, the cunning god pointed out that he had promised them his head, but not his neck. Broker and Sindri contented themselves with sewing Loki's mouth shut, and returned to their forge.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world.
Wait. Oh, crap.
Yes, ma'am. What's up?
This thing is far. It's crazy.
I mean, it looks great though. You got Anna, you got Elsa going on here.
I know.
That looks great.
But see, it's weird because this is fire and they're ice, so it's just really, really strange. It's okay.
Wow, the holy grail of Thor mugs. Wow. Okay. And then drive off away. I look so angry, but I'm not even angry. You know what I do?